Leaders of Amalgamated APC Support Groups for Tinubu on Thursday held a press conference to address crucial issues within the party. The conference came on the heels of the rescheduled meeting, which was initially slated to hold with the National Working Committee of the party at the National Secretariat.
We were supposed to meet the National Chairman today by 3, but because of some events to do with the swearing in of new National Executive Council members and some element of protest from some states, you realize that the Secretariat may be a little bit rowdy. Despite the fact that we have been formally invited, it has to be shifted. And you can not just allow people like that. And that's the reason why I say we should come to the office so that at least we'll explain to them and ask them to be patient. By the grace of God, maybe tomorrow, next tomorrow, we're going to have another appointment when the Secretariat is free.
We are still on ground as the authentic Amalgamated APC Support Group, recognized by the National Working Committee of APC, to visit the National Chairman today, but unfortunately, circumstances arose that made us not to see the National Chairman of our great party, Senator Abdullahi Ganduje, which we are hoping to see him to let him understand the direction of the support group in Nigeria.
They said God's time is the best. So we are happy that all of us have understood the explanation by the admin secretary about what transpired. So I want to assure all of us that yes, we are on top of the matter. As soon as this ceremony and this problem with the other states is over, we are going to be invited. And by the grace of God, we are going to have a larger crowd than what we have today.
As the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC faces internal challenges and shift in leadership dynamics, the support groups under the leadership of Nasirul Ladan gathered to voice its perspective and show solidarity with the chosen leaders of the party as well as its principal, Bola Tinubu. Members of the group highlighted Bola Tinubu's role in the party's formation and his efforts in fostering cohesion among diverse party members.
It's an important event because it is an opportunity and a forum for the members of the AASG supporters groups to come together to brainstorm on issues that are pertinent to the unity and the wellness of the network, of the party, and of the entire administration that is now running the affairs of Nigeria.
The press conference aims to achieve several outcomes such as inclusivity in appointments.
There is no list apart from our own. But the reason why we insisted we must go for that meeting because of what happened last night, up to around 11 p.m., is the same person that was submitted by Kogi State Governor. But by this morning, things have changed. So you know sometimes you have to give close marking. That was the only reason, but I know nothing will happen to Alice by the grace of God.
At the conference, members of the support groups reaffirmed their commitments and allegiance, which signals their confidence on the leadership of the party.
Nasir is a leader. This is why we know there are other groups that break up. They are also amalgamated, but no matter original is always original. This is the first. And this is the one that we see that is selfless, and is a kind of a group that carry everybody along.
By addressing critical party issues and presenting a positive perspective on Tinubu's leadership, the group hopes to counterbalance any negative narrative circulating within the group, where some are parading themselves as amalgamated support groups.
We should stop giving ourselves problems. This one is the leader, this one is the leader. Me, I believe to work with one person. And whom I choose as a leader to work with, I will go with.
Actually, when all these issues happen, we are not really happy because it affected many of us who are members of Amalgamated. We even formed a group to visit Honorable Nasirul Ladan, our DG, that we all recognized. I think when we say when you are loyal to your leader, he too will bring good meetings to the House. Inshallah, we pray that he will lead us to our next level.
Behind their actions, one, greediness. Two, much interest against the nation interest.
We have some disgruntled members who, for selfish reasons and for what they want to gain by trying to factionalize this indefeasible platform. The success that was recorded is leading some people to want to overreach themselves due to over-seriousness. But we only have one amalgamated support group with a lot of other support groups, more than 2,000 that are on this platform.
Don't mind those people that are actually creating unnecessary division among us. They are just greedy, but you call them self-centeredness. Honestly, they are just there, looking for what they will get. They are not after your interest. God bless us all.
Let us be rest assured if we are indeed APC members. The party has told us where to go. They have not told us otherwise. So there is no point for us to be wavering or jittery. Let us stand together in unity with Dr. Nasirul Ladan.
I just want to let you know that you are in the right place, in the right direction. Let nobody deceive you. Most of you have known some of us in politics, in FCT and in Nigeria long ago. Even some of you have worked with us before. You know that we can never go to the wrong place. We always go to the right leader, irrespective of whatever is going on. So don't be distracted.
I keep telling them they should go and check your certificate. If they give you certificate in Amalgamated, go and look the signature, then you know who to follow. Follow who knows.
We should remain unified. I'm telling you, by the grace of God.
The important thing is that those who are clear-minded, those who are objective-driven, those who are committed, those who have foresight, know where to stay and know who to follow.
In the end, members of the AASG are of the belief that the support group's public expression at the conference will influence the party's dynamic and decisions to consider their plight, especially considering all they went through during elections.
The most important thing for us to understand is that we've worked and we're here to end the suffering we do. You suffer campaign, you convert for votes, and we can vote for Bola Tinubu. The next thing for us is just to join our heads together to work toward the achievement of what we suffer for. So I am urging the House that we should put ourselves together, put our heads together to work to achieve this.
In pursuing the objectives of the amalgamated, those of us who started, we know what it is. Many people don't understand loyalty. I keep telling most people, there can't be two leaders, except for some of these young people who don't understand what politics is. Abuja was with us. Okay? Right from day one, a child that will look after the mother and the father, when he grows up and becomes a big man, you will know when he's small. Is that not so?
Loyalty. And yet again I say loyalty. Because if we look at our principal, that is Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he does what? He rewards your loyalty.
The press conference was held to emphasize the importance of maintaining unity and the need for members to remain committed and focused.
The message for the group members is to remain committed, to remain steadfast, to remain very, very loyal, undiluted loyalty to the party and the government. So our message to them under this leadership is to employ them to be calm, remain steadfast, and to be committed to the growth, development, and unity of the party, so that at the long run, all of us will all smile in our various stages of engagement of appointments.
And you can see, people travel wide and far from all the geopolitical zone of the country to attend this meeting today. and we have taken far-reaching resolutions for the well-being and welfare of our great party, APC.
The support group discussed Bola Tinubu's leadership style and his vision for the party's future based on his previous track records of successful governance and how that experience could benefit the entire nation.
We have someone who is a master planner, a development expert, a progressive leader to the core. That is in person of the President, His Excellency Bola Tinubu. He's a reward expert and a very fantastic politician. We know he has the answer to all the teaming support group leaders.
The Amalgamated APC Support Groups press conference became a platform for addressing members' concerns, where solidarity with President Tinubu's vision for the APC's future was keenly demonstrated.
You know, though normally this event is supposed to be with the national chairman of the party, but then it's turned to be a meeting of all amalgamated APC support groups, and of course we had a very nice outing. Everybody's fine, believing in their hope that very soon all of us shall be part of the government, and that is what we yearn for.
In any advanced democracies of the world, after the election it is governance, and during the governance issues will come. It is the support group that we come to the aid of the party as well as the government in power, because we still have the responsibility to explain the policies and program of government to people at grassroots level, and this is one of those platforms